Hello everybody, it's Toad Vasu from New Edubox and welcome to your 24th HTML tutorial. Now guys, in my previous tutorial I was teaching you how to build a simple data input fields and how to build a submit button and how to enter the destination HTML file in order for our data after submission to be sent to that file. Now guys, during this tutorial I will teach you a couple of neat tricks how to build checkboxes with a submit button. So once your user checks a certain box, hits the submit button, the data would be sent to the destination file, like HTML file or whatever, or similar. And how to build a simple radio button so your user could choose an appropriate or acceptable, would make an acceptable choice acceptable choice of radio button and hit the submit, and that data would be transferred to a destination file. Okay guys, as you can see on my screen, I have some preps of the code that I have from previous tutorial. So if you have your Notepad++ HTML blank sheet open, just go ahead, pause the video, type the same code that you see on my screen and get back once you're done. Okay guys, so I hope you're done, you're ready, and let's go ahead and build first of all the checkboxes and tell our browser to store the data on destination file, which is in our case is HTML form action ASP. Okay guys, so now what do we have to build first? We have to build the input field and let our browser know that we are building a checkboxes. And checkbox is built as very simple. In a very simple way. Goodness gracious, my speaking abilities today are just breaking up after the weekend. Okay guys, so let's let's put in some, let's say, fruit, right? We're going to be the fruit. We're going to be putting fruits, and let's put in, let's say, an apple. That will be the first choice for our checkbox, and let's put it in. Let's say I have a big apple. Okay, so this will be the first value, first checkbox. Sorry. And let's enter a couple of line breaks, and now let's go ahead and build one more input checkbox with another fruit value. I have okay, we can copy that line of code, paste it in here, and let's just only change the value into orange. And I have a big juicy orange. Who doesn't love oranges? I do. Okay guys, and let's enter the line, a couple of line breaks, so our form would look really good. And the last thing that we have to build, guys, but we have built it already before starting this tutorial, it's the submit button, the same button that we were using in the previous tutorial. So note guys, one more thing, that if we enter this information and we hit the submit button, all the data that we stored on in our checkboxes will be transferred to destination file, which is in our case is HTML form action ASP. So let's go ahead and save it, and let's refresh our website to see how does it look like. Okay guys, this is the previous tutorial preps, and let's refresh it, and there we go guys. I have a big apple or I have a big juicy orange. Those are the two choices that our user has, and hit the submit button, and that data will be automatically transferred to the destination file. Note, guys, that you can also build entering the information like male, female, or age groups here as well, that you can enter, ask your user in which age group is the visitor of your website, like if it's up to 30 or 30 and plus years old. So you can enter whatever the values you want and make those check boxes. Okay, guys, that's about it for checkboxes. And I want to rush a little bit and cover one more subject in this tutorial, and that subject is how to build the radio buttons on the same in the same way that we did with the checkboxes. So, guys, what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna delete this part of a code because I'm gonna be changing it from the input. And what are we gonna do, guys, now? We are going to build a couple of radio buttons. If you don't know what the radio button is, just stick with me for this next subject and you will see yourself. So now we're building the input action, which will be, okay, this is the form that I have. You see, I have some preps on my different screen, and I'm just looking at the things that I want to tell you guys. So type in radio button because it's going to be a radio button. Now name, let's put it in this case that name will be in our case sex, yeah, and we will enter value male for the first radio button. And then, of course, we're gonna need a closing tag, and of course we are going to need the name next to the radio button. I'm just gonna delete it. And now, guys, let's go ahead and copy the entire row, because this is pretty much very similar code that we are going to need, but we are going to change only a couple of things, and those things are that we are entering our lovely beautiful females here, and that's about it, guys. I'm just checking if I haven't missed anything. So now everything should work just fine. Now let's go ahead and open our website and refresh it. So there you go, guys. If you didn't know what the radio button is until this moment, now you can see that a radio button is simple, another form of the checkbox, but it only gives you one option, that you can select only one option, not both of them like in checkboxes. And once you hit that, once your user or the visitor of your website hits the certain radio button, he or she has to submit that to your destination file in order for that data to be transferred to your destination file. Okay, guys, so that's about it. I hope you learned it, and these skills and this tutorial will be very useful for you in the process of building your own website. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe to my channel once again. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and thanks for sticking with me, guys. In the next tutorial I will be covering even more much more interesting subject than it was right now. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you soon.